that no one has asked me to play, and yet I want to play it. This is a really cool game. Some people have compared it to... Oh, what is streaming do? Some people have... let's see if this happens. Huh. I wonder if this... Alright, I'm going to try to go through this just in case this is super cool. Configure... I wonder what streaming integration means. Okay. So you're going to watch me figure this shit out. I mean, this stuff out. I mean, never mind. Connect with dead cells. Authorize. Okay. So, activate Captain Chicken. Okay. Control of the boss. Okay. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna let this, see what happens with these on. I mean, nobody's gonna come into this stream anyway, but... Alright, let's do it. Continue. I might have stopped in the middle of the run. If that's the case, I'll start over the run. Start the run over? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Here we go. So in this game, it's a roguelike, which means that the exact layout of the levels you play is different every time you play. There are some similarities between whatever you see. Frantic sword. So you get to pick up, you have 2 weapons, and then you get 2 skills. The heavy crossbow is, at least in my experience, is like super broken. So I'm absolutely going to use it. So of course it's something super broken, I'm definitely going to use it. I don't think I've used the frantic sword before, I think I just got that. So what you're doing in this game is, I guess you're trying to defeat a dungeon or something like that. For some reason you're dead, I think, that's why it's dead cells, and why you don't really have a head or something like that, but essentially you play through, and every once in a while, let's see if we can get one to actually drop one. Every once in a while, when you kill something, they'll drop a little spirit orb, also known as a cell, and of course none of them are going to drop any right now. I have one of them, so you might have seen me get that earlier. But you go through these levels trying to survive, I guess, and earn more souls, or cells, because the cells let you buy and upgrade different abilities and stuff like that. So I actually played this game, I think Kotaku did an article on it, and about 3 or 4 months later I started playing it. So probably about 6 months to a year before it came out of early access was when I started playing. It wasn't, well, of course now I won't remember, but I don't think it was that different back then. Oh, roll. You do have a dodge roll. You can get shield. I should have dodged there. There's a dodge roll that you can do that is super helpful, and it's the type that will make you invincible while you're rolling. It gives you what are called invincibility frames. Okay, I should be moving faster because you get a bonus for finishing the levels faster. Like if I can finish in the next 30 seconds, I get a bonus. Oh, I don't know what that thing I just picked up was. And actually, maybe if I go here, this might be a shortcut. No, it's just to a bomb. I don't want that. Get out of here and get the bonus. It's not going to happen though. It's taking too long. If it gets to be about 2 minutes, I miss the bonus. These guys, you want to roll past them or jump over them and then kill them. Because otherwise their shield will just keep knocking you back. Even with the crossbow, which is pretty powerful, they'll just sit there and block you. You can get shields though too, so you can kind of do the same thing. But I didn't take a shield because I don't particularly like playing defensively with a shield, so I ain't got no shield. Ain't nobody got time to block. So I'm not good at Mortal Kombat. There's like a whole other button you have to hit to block stuff. I ain't about that life. Let me hold back when I want to and feel like it, which is generally never. Boom. There we go. You also get money you spend on different stuff. Turkey. Somebody drops a turkey, that's just food. That's a throwback to Castlevania, which is a huge inspiration for this game. Ooh, yeah, Classic Castlevania Konami Classic Collection just came out recently, so get those. Castlevania, I know I talk a lot about Mega Man, but Castlevania is also one of my favorite series. And actually, I might like the games even more than I like the Mega Man games, I guess. Like, there's a few Mega Man games that I really like, but there are a lot of Castlevania. There are not a lot of bad Castlevania games, so maybe I should have a tattoo of Castlevania instead of a tattoo of Mega Man. Oh well, such is life. Okay. I really would like to find the exit here. So between levels, you can spend your cells to unlock different stuff, and you'll see the stuff that I have unlocked, or ready to be unlocked once I get there. I'm not doing too bad. I think since it's still early levels, they're doing barely any damage to me. I'm not really playing that well, but okay. What weird glowy stuff. There we go. Toxic sewers. Here we go. Next level. So at this point in the game, this is sort of like an intermediate spot. It's a safe place. If I would have gotten here in 2 minutes, I could have taken that. If I would have killed 30 enemies in a row without taking any damage, I could have gotten that. So these are upgrades that you can do. You have a health flask that you can drink a certain number of times. I can drink it 3 times now. This would make it 4. This is saving more gold. This is getting money from stuff on the ground, restocks. None of this really appeals to me. Hunter's Mirror, what is this? Oh. I wonder what I want to do. Well, this explosive decoy is something I could eventually actually use, so I think I'm going to use that. Paige is here. Can you say hi, Paige? No? Paige, it was funny, she was doing this when I was playing Rock Band yesterday, too. She, like, did a commando crawl under so she wouldn't get in the way of me playing. It was very sweet. So this is cool now because it does extra damage to a frozen target, but I don't have anything that freezes them. Let's see if I can redo that one. 50% damage when I'm at full health. That's good. These are kind of a newer thing from when I played at first. These are like buffs for the different categories of stat that you have. Essentially, your stats are, what are they? It's like brutality, survival, and tactics or something like that. And depending on the power-ups you get throughout the levels, those levels will go up. And the different mutations relate to those. So as you increase your, brutality skill or whatever, that melee buff that I just got will increase the damage. And these guys are the same from the last level, but since it is a new level, they are a little bit stronger. I am at full health, so my shotgun blasts are doing extra damage, which is super helpful. I want to get the not taking damage bonus when we get to the next level, but I don't think I'm good enough at the game for that. It's funny because now I get a bonus for being at full health on my crossbow, and a bonus for being below 50% health on my other one. No, I just succeeded. Oh, nope, they're getting me. Not today! Those rolls are really important. There's a little bit, like once you get to the end of the roll, you can't really move right away and you're vulnerable at that point. So that's kind of tricky, but these dudes are annoying. They blow up into all these little eggs. Stay back from that. This is something I unlocked a long time ago when it was still in beta. I don't think I'm really supposed to have access to it when I'm at, kind of the lower end of the levels, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. So you don't level up like an experience system from other RPGs or anything like that. You get your stats for the run you're on, but that's the extent of your Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, let's take a little sippy sip of our fun time juice. Oh, don't get in that water and get poisoned again. Mark. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this heavy crossbow. It like pulls people in and then hits them. Okay, so this is another level up station. Survival, what's the third one? Probably tactics, I don't know. So you can see the little arrows at the bottom tell you what gets enhanced by me getting a brutality upgrade. I don't have anything that gets amped up from survival. So I'll take brutality. Get a little bit of a life boost. And keep going. Those things are so annoying if you don't. Ooh, lucky. Oh, let me jump right into an arrow. That's a strategy, right? Nope. Super poison. Okay, here we go. And boom. See this crossbow, like, if I can make it get in there without getting hurt, it's like amazing. Things like that explode with their eggies. Those are probably how they balance out the crossbow. And then I can't shoot there. I think some of the weapons will go underneath into a small crevasse. Okay, this I get to pick. Critical hit when I stab an enemy in the back, or large explosion. I thought this looked like an ice bomb. Do I want to trade my sword for this? Sword I have is 472 DPS, damage per second. I'm gonna take this, and I think my old one will drop, so if I need to... Oh no. Oh, I recycled it. Oops. Never mind. Money to open that door and get power up. Tactics, yeah, tactics is the other one. I think I'm gonna bonus out my tactics this time, because you see you get a little bit bigger of a buff on, from taking, yeah, health buff from taking, instead of specializing in just one. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. I should do like all good streamers do and just be like, ah! Oh, oh my god! Scorpion! Yikes! Is that annoying or not? What do you think, Paige? Is that annoying? It's not annoying? I think it's pretty annoying. Maybe that's why streamers are successful, is because 5-year-olds love it. Boom. And get your eggs out of my face. I'm not interested in your ovum. Oh, there's a little bit of a ledge grab thing going on there. Ramparts. This level sucks because I can never find the way out. It's just like all of these tall towers. Ooh, I made it in time. It's like all these tall towers and stuff without me knowing exactly what's going on. So now I can change up a weapon. Throwing knives are cool, but the crossbow is a better ranged weapon. The amulet is nice, so this is going to make it so whenever I do a down crash thing, it's going to cover everything with oil. And then if I use my flamethrower thing, that'll be dope too. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. This takes me to the beginning of that. I bet I killed 60 without dying, right? Yeah, right. Not so much. Okay, now I have 39 cells. You can see, like, you do eventually get better stuff. Okay, so now I can afford this. Turns me invisible for 1.5 seconds, attracts nearby enemies, and then explodes. I wonder if it explodes with fire or not. Let's see. Because if it explodes with fire, that seems like it could be a good idea. Ah, it hit me. I'm going to leave the tonic anyway, because I haven't been using that. Oh, I have to spend all of my cells before it'll let me go. Okay. I'm going to keep going with this Hunter's Mirror, because I have no idea what that does. And I know we live in an age when I could just look it up, but that's boring. Okay. Spiders crawl from the dead? That sounds pretty sweet. Poisons the enemy. More damage to a poison thing. More damage when you're bleeding. Shoots arrows. That sounds good. Because now watch. I hit it. It throws some arrows. And we go for there. Okay. So now I'm kind of getting some more tactics-based stuff, so I might want this. I do use a lot of those. I'm going to do Hunter's Instinct, so it makes it so I can cast my spells better if I kill something with a ranged weapon. Since I use my crossbow a lot, I think it makes sense to use that. So right now, I'm at full health, so I'll do extra damage. The enemies here are going to start to do a little bit more damage to me, so I kind of need to watch out for that. I think at the end of this level there is a boss fight. It's either super easy to cheese through or really difficult depending on the weapons you have. That just did a thing. Yeah, I don't know why that pulls enemies towards it for that crossbow, but I'll take it. Nothing down there. See, that's the pain in the butt thing about this level is you never know what's going to be a dead end or not. Most of it, I think, is a dead end. That's where I just went. They do have a pretty decent auto map, but it's so action-packed. I don't have time to look at it. I do love busting down doors and hitting enemies. Oh, oh, oh! Ah. Just trying to keep that damage bonus. Should start using that decoy. See, if I look at my map, it's dark underneath there, so that's not area I can go to. I feel like I've done this level a lot of times where there's just nowhere to go at the end of the level, but I could be wrong. You know, if I would have thought about it, if I still had that tonic, I'd be able to heal that little bit of health that I lost, but live and learn. That decoy is pretty cool. Let's see if we can like throw it here, see what happens. Oh, it has a lot of cooldown on it. Oh, I have an attack bonus. Oh, that's right, I get the melee bonus from killing a lot of enemies quickly. That bonus doesn't apply to my crossbow though, so I'm gonna be careful of that. There's the little creepy crawler that came out of that guy. Okay. I guess you can see like drips when I do that, so then if I... Oh, that's only gonna fire if there's enemies there, so... Okay, that's the end of that one. Next up. Actually using a PS4 controller to play this on my PC, so it's kind of a pain in the butt because the buttons don't always match up with the prompts. That's why I like go in and out of the map 16 times. Oh shoot. Oh, no. I don't think they'll let you... Oh, nope, they will. They will totally let you roll off and get out. Down there. No. Those guys make such a cool sound. Oh, that really hurt my throat. Get some more power here. Yeah, I don't have any survival things, but it'll give me a 70% health boost, so I think I'm gonna get it just this time. Look at how big that life bar is now. Look at that big old bar. Did I get everything from there? Yes. Let's keep going. They talk about how people at first were kind of describing this as a Metroidvania. which you may or may not have heard of. I'll talk about that in a second. But it really isn't, because the whole point of a Metroidvania is that everything is exactly the same and you use your mobility to get around and blah 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 blah. Whereas in this, I'm going to recycle this. Whereas in this game, everything's different every time. Metroidvania are games where usually they're platformers, and they have a look similar to this because there's a lot of them that use pixel art because that's kind of like the nostalgic sort of format for that. But yeah, this in a Metroidvania normally you like go through different parts and you'll notice like, oh, this is blocked. I need to be able to like break this wall, but I don't have any way to break the wall right now. So then as you go through, you start to find the things that help you break down walls and stuff like that. Good example would be Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is sort of considered to be the first big Metroidvania-styled Metroidvania. No, I'm not talking to Paige. My wonderful wife just mowed the lawn. She's glistening with beauty. It's certainly not sweat. What? We have a very big lawn. I'm not complaining that you're sweaty. You could mow a little lawn and be sweaty. I'm not trying to like call you out. Yeah, I saw you back there because I was like, I was worried you fell over or something because like I know that you went out to cut the grass, but I couldn't hear it anywhere. And I was like, oh no, my wife has fallen. Yeah, it was crazy. So, oh, I don't think anybody's watching. But it records it so you can like post it later or whatever, so. She talking about the BL. The BL. Oh. Once I'm done with this run, Paige, I can get that set up for you. Paige, you don't have to do a commando crawl every time you need to go under while I'm playing. It is super cute, but... Am I what? Yeah, it's a Twitch stream. But I don't have a camera, so it's not like I'm on camera or anything. Well, it's not... It's not what the cool kids call it. That's the name of the website. Oh, you're being funny. Ha. What are you gonna do, pal? Oh, he didn't get blowed up! The whole point of doing that was to have him blowed up. I wonder if you can have oil with the water. Okay, ooh, another power up. Are you on the line right now? About the kids in the Twitch and how they're not talking to each other in real life anymore. Okay. They're only spending time on the Twitch. Oh my goodness, here. Are they gonna use the cell phones to try to murder me in my sleep? Oh my god. Oh my god, can you use the Switch on the Twitch? I don't even know. It makes my whole head itch to think about it. Haha, get it? Oh boy. Paige, are you gonna just keep going by, or are you gonna like hang out, or what are you doing? Does it still have the free? I just got to the freeze one right when I noticed this will freeze stuff. Oh well. I feel like there's just better... I don't want to waste all my money doing this, but Biter's Crawl from the Dead is good again. Just have Biter's Crawl from everything I do. Okay. Reduces the cooldown for each enemy killed in melee combat. So this is cool. This will... Hypothetically, I should be able to have a lot of skill uptime. The problem being that I don't use my skills very often. So, oh, and this is the boss. Actually, well, I won't get any kills, but... Oh, is it coffee? Did I not put a thing in it? apparently I made myself a cup of coffee, but then didn't actually I didn't put the coffee in the pot or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? This is not going particularly well for me. He is not taking much damage from my crossbow. Do I have to get in melee on him? Wait. Oh, that looks like a critical hit. Oh, because I'm below half health. That's right. It said if I'm below half health, I do extra damage. Let's see if we can get it back over here. Let's start that over here. See if we can catch him on fire. Get that oil in there too. Oh, that's not good. Oh, now we gotta drink. It's drinking time. I'm dead. Oh boy. So now all my progress is gone. So now I have to start again from the beginning. But you get a feel for it. So maybe I'll talk less and play more. And here we go. So I got a bonus that lets me keep some of my money. Alright, so here are my options. That's like the daily run or whatever. I'm terrible at that. So these are not great choices. The kick is dumb. It only does damage if it actually hits them into a wall. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shield and I'm going to take the throwing knife, because the throwing knives are pretty good. The thing with some of the ranged weapons is like your arrows or crossbow bolts or whatever it is for the thing get stuck in the enemy. So, man, they really do crap damage too. They make them bleed, which is nice, but scroll of power. So when you're blocking, if you block at just the right time, you can hold your shield up and it'll be fine, but you also, if you hit at the right time, it'll do whatever. My sister-in-law is here, so I'll probably wrap up the stream after I die again. Paige and Pixley! Pixley! Auntie Katie's here! So you can see, oh, there's a pastry. God, I cannot time these shields right. Okay, we're gonna go here. Open this. Yeah, I'd rather have the twin daggers than the throw knives. So, let's do it. Let's keep going. Can I beat the time if I hurry? Maybe. This actually is a super broken weapon. I'm going to keep this instead. I'm not going to make the time, so I'm going to come back to sell those. So this just like sets the place on fire, and it does, or at least last time I played. I don't know if I've used that since it's come out of early access. But it just like, you can just kind of throw the firebrands and relax, and they'll just burn to death. Now I should have, I don't know, blocked that. Okay. Let's go. Crusher. This is a newer one that I just unlocked the last time that I played a few days ago. And that one I don't really like it. Yeah, just like shoots up some kind of whatever. Alright, I'm gonna have to drink. Drop in, here we go. So 40 minutes late for what I needed to be. So last time I went in the sewers, this is the promenade of the condemned. Do I know what the difference is? No. Well, this doesn't have a bunch of poison. I think the promenade is like more like a city that you're going through, which is kind of cool, but kind of weird. So let's see, do I want to reforge? Yes, I want to add a thing to that. So shoots an arrow upward, that's not that great. Damage to frozen, sure. Poisons enemy blocked with a parry. Parry is when you hit it right at that right moment. Redo. Ooh, attacking just after a parry inflicts extra damage. Let's try that. Be better with a melee weapon, but it is what it is. Let's do Hunter's Instinct. Because I don't have a melee weapon, so it makes sense to use that. Okay. Here we go. I'm sure this is going to be super. Let me tear it up. I do feel bad. Like, I want to finish the run, but I also don't want to just ignore the fact that my sister-in-law got here. So, we'll see. Oh, I forgot about these dudes. These dudes are weird because they teleport, which makes my firebrands not as useful because they can just, like, what I want to do with the firebrands is drop them and then get out of there while they just burn to death, and it's not as easy if they can teleport around because I try to get out of there and they just chill out. And trying to fight one in the water is terrible because fire doesn't work in water. So they do take a little bit of damage just from being blocked, but a parry does even more, I think. I guess I can just hop back and forth over those guys instead of dodging or trying to get away from them. And they don't have to teleport to try to find me. I'll find you! Now I'm going to do a pretty thorough exploration here, I think, because they have these keys that you can find that unlock different things. And probably the one key that I'm thinking of, you have to get from beating something and getting further into the game than I've gotten before. So this is probably wasted time, but pitiful damage. See if I can hit his bomb back at him and kill him. That'll work. Boom. Die. Die. Oh, these are cool. They have little decoys that they do, kind of like the decoy thing I had. And they'll make it so you can't hurt enemies if they're in like the influence area of the thing. Oh. Get out of the way. See, yeah, you really gotta take these things out first. Oh, this is an elite enemy. Those give you bonus stuff if you get them, but they are, elite, so they're harder to kill. Getting a little chaos here. Oh, I got him. I'll be honest and say I couldn't tell what the heck was happening there. So this is good to have the flammable oil because considering I'm using the firebrand as my main weapon, see, look, it ignites everything and they take a lot of damage. So that's helpful. So that's nice. There aren't a lot of times in the game where they have environmental hazards like spikes and stuff, but that clearly was one of them. It's a big detour to get to a merchant shop that I don't care about. Oh, yeah, how do I get up here and get this rose? I don't know. Must be something you unlock later. Because you can't wall jump, right? No. Okay. Well, oh, I think I can go down here. Yeah, secret zone. I love secrets. Secrets are so cool. But what's down here? Oh. Oh, an ice bomb. A nice ice bomb. I like that. Ice bombs are cool. So, here's what I'll do. I'll freeze them. And then I'll oil them. And then I'll burn them. But not in water, obviously, because that's not a thing. Do. If I use the oil underwater, because oil's supposed to float to the top. Ice bomb. Slowed and oiled. Come and get me. Block you out. Why are they so stunned? No! Okay, well, that was that. I was too busy thinking about them being stunned or not stunned or whatever. Alright, so that is the game known as Dead Cells. It's pretty good. It's a pretty solid game. See if they're going to give me a good start to the run or not. Let's take a look. Let's see what they got. See, I guess these are all supposed to eventually be filled with things I've unlocked. And it's crazy to think I've unlocked like a third of the things. That's crazy. So they got the spear for me, which is pretty good. Multiple now shoots 3 arrows at the same time. That's pretty good. And this force field on a parry, yeah, I'm not as interested in that. So that's cool. And then this is like giant. Just do a couple of... You can see they took extra damage because I had them up against the wall. This game just feels good to play. The response of hitting stuff just is like awesome. I know I said I'm supposed to be cutting. Now, of course, I'm very quiet because I'm thinking, am I killing 30 enemies in a row without dying? Maybe. Oh. Probably just be like a bonus thing. Yeah. I don't know what that is. What does that do? Adds damage for each attack and I take extra damage. Okay, that's fine. These are just expensive doodads. I remember that from the last time. I wish I had the money for those. Those seem special since they're only in a special area. This I can afford though. Let's keep going. I want to keep this spear brutality up. That's my main death dealer. There's a blood mark next to it. It's weird. I don't think I've seen that before. There's like a floating ghost skull or something. That was weird. Another merchant I don't care about, especially because I have the spear. There's also a really cool weapon called the Nutcracker, and it's just like a giant hammer. Oh, I missed time by 12 seconds. That sucks. Okay. guess I'm doing one more. Yes! I've never been in the killing everything door before. Oh, it's just like the other one. So I can get an upgraded multiple knock bow. This one does almost twice as much damage. So I think that might be a good option. Shields I don't roll with. This is spinning blades that do bleeding damage. Now I'll upgrade this bow. Plus 3 damage, extra to burning. Be cool if I could get a burning mod onto this spear, but oh, I forgot that just takes me back to the beginning of where it was. Oh, that would have been so cool if I would have gotten both. I would have been so proud of myself. I bet you would have been proud of me too, Twitch. Lonely, empty Twitch stream. You lonely, lonely, empty Twitch stream. So sad, with no one to love me on this stream. I'm gonna reforge this just because I don't have burning. Oh, perfect. So that means that all of my bullets will go through the first time. Yeah, nobody's watching this stream. Makes me sad, but life goes on. Alright, what do I want? Doing a lot of melee, so an extra 200 DPS every time I kill something is really good. That adds like 2/3 more DPS, if I'm thinking of math correctly in my head. 2/5? Double, or half, 50% more. Derp. So that's another, like, you gotta play like Sonic, you gotta go fast. No! So that piercing was good there, and there, because it killed both of those guys. That was a lucky jump, I gotta say. Yeah, this is the key that I don't have, Gardener's key. I bet that's something I have to earn from killing a boss somewhere. That. Get up here. Ooh, new stuff. Oiled sword or powerful grenade. I think I have powerful grenade 1. So yeah, I'll take powerful grenade 2. Again, it does damage to poison enemies. I don't do poison, so it's not super helpful for me. Decoy. And we'll go ahead. It looks like it'll enhance those either way. So what do I want to do? Let's go survival. In the air or not. No, I'm gonna try to this way. No! That's okay. Maybe I hit 60 before then anyway. Let's keep moving and grooving. I see these runes everywhere too, but I don't know what they're supposed to do. I don't know how to activate them. And I don't want to just Google answers all the time, because that's kind of lame. Ooh, knife dance. That sounds cool. So I have to not die, and then I can have that blueprint added to my thing there. I wonder what that does. I bet it's a skill. We'll just throw a bunch of daggers out or something. Let's go. If I keep moving quick, maybe I can get the speed bonus door at the end here. Let's see. Yada yada yada. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think this might take me to the next place, maybe? No? It's a spikes here. Oh, another merchant. Hooray. Just what I've always wanted. Keep going. Ugh, such a huge detour for nothing. Wait, what was down? What's down here? I have to go back to there. Not all that worried about it. Ooh, what is this? A statue of the king of the island. You'd be seen with that helmet on. Oh, hi, Spikes. I probably could have rolled at the last second and gotten out of that, but... That was a really lucky roll. Got a decoy somewhere. Should just stay at max health because I really want to be able to keep that, what do you call it? What's down here if I don't take that up right away? Ooh, some kind of yummy thing. Oh, a different level. Yes, let's do that. An ossuary. I don't know what that means. Okay, we got our time bonus. Ooh, maybe we got our damage bonus too? I don't think so. There's no way. I wasn't doing that great. Okay, new necklace is good. Flammable oil, and we'll collect gold for me. Oh no, I should have taken this. Oh, I can still take it. What is it? Marksman bow. I think I have that. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Did I get to... No, I did not get there. Like, no! Okay, so knife dance, I can afford to get straight up. And this, I can get right now, too. If there were people on the stream, they could totally vote, but nobody's there. Bleeded. This kind of sounds cool. This launches a storm of knives around you. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll be done soon. Victim's remains explode. As soon as I die. So I guess if you children taunt me, maybe you'll make it so I die faster from being taunted. Hey, Katie! Pixley, can you move that MSI box in the book that's right there, please, Pickle? Yeah. Paigey, you can't use those, you're too little. Oh. Oh, I'm just moving them. Oh, yeah. I promise I'll be dead soon. I will turn this off. Oh, I forgot about that thing. That's not true. Blade Storm! Pixley really is trying to distract me by dancing around in front of the screen. I suppose I said you can get me to be done if you distract me. This is terrible. Listen. Mistakes were made. We can just give her... We can just add her to our Prime membership. Like Prime Friends or whatever, and then you can watch all the HBO if you want to. Did you binge all of Game of Thrones in that short amount of time? Yeah, I'm more forgiving of all the things and ways that they've wrapped things up than some people, but yeah, me too. Oh, with an endless quiver. I don't care about that. Yeah. It's terrible. Alright, I take it all back. I just said it was terrible, but you're right, I am being rude by playing this game while we have visitors, so... No! Well, that was that. Thanks for tuning in, all of you who didn't. But what do you want to say? Yeah. It probably won't be the last time. Alright. Bye, Twitch. No, I'm turning it off. But I need to stop streaming first. Alright.